I-Hercules from a foreign land came to earth with a healing touch. They say this little spray of tincture and wellness will be so good for you. New circulation like a roundabout, twisting and turning for your inner youth. It may already be in your pocket, tiny and powerful. Wounds and aches and pains just melt away. Inflammation, liberation. Hey, I just wanna go everywhere with you, meeting every need. Oh, all around the world, I know what you need. I-Hercules, feel it down to your bones, give it to me. Down to your bones, give it to me. I-Hercules. Down to your bones, give it to me. Down to your bones, give it to me. I-Hercules. I-Hercules.
Hercules, give it to me. Well, we got it. And I'll tell you what, you know, the name of this program is LYN Live, Live Younger Now. And that is absolutely what we're doing with this. Tonight's a really special masterclass. We look at this group. Aren't these beautiful women who are all using I-Hercules and doing amazing things with it. And I want to start by introducing Sheila Harrison, who's like run to the top of the whole program. She's a platinum, diamond platinum or platinum?
A platinum gold ambassador, just gold
platinum
ambassador.
Gold ambassador. I mean, she's just doing amazing things with this product. And I wanted to introduce Sheila, have her tell you what got her excited about this, what got her started, because once she got started, she could not stop. Everybody that's on here is because of Sheila. So Sheila, introduce yourself. Tell us a little of your background and what got you so excited that you couldn't not tell people.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Care. I'm Sheila Harrison from the great state of Kentucky, a small town girl who just loves loving on people with a great big healer's heart. And actually, last July, I was running around trying to help the world when I was dealing with my own health concerns when someone introduced this amazing product that's represented by Nu Xtrax to me. And it was really, you know, they call everyone here transformation affiliates, and that affiliate was doing exactly that, because the product transformed my life. Because in 6 weeks after doing the blood upgrade protocol, so to speak, my life changed, because the dizziness that I was dealing with was a thing of the past. So I was so grateful that things I wasn't even looking for also went away, like discomfort in my left hip, and also my breathing improved, my eyesight for the first time in 21 years, my formula, my prescription for my glasses are now just reading glasses. I no longer need glasses for distance. And so anyways, I am a girl, Care, with a big mouth. When I find something that's like, yes, but I'm like you, Care. I just want to help people. And when I find something that I can add that to people's regimens that's going to be this impactful. I have never seen anything that works from from the detox effect to also actually from detox to deficiency to microcirculation. I'd never seen that before, and I'd heard you talk about how that basically, if you're circulating dirty blood, you're just circulating dirty blood, right? But all of a sudden, the missing link came into play for me because the deficiency was a real big issue for me because I was allergic to sulfur and sulfites. I couldn't take most supplements. And so, voila, I could take this amazing formula. I'm so grateful to this company. I'm so grateful to all those 30 years that the scientists put in to formulate it. It changed my life. And so I started talking about it, and I haven't stopped talking about it. And I found out there was an amazing customer referral program attached. Weeks later, I embraced that, and I really realized that this company pretty much had everything that was the blueprint of this industry. Things that you don't see anymore in this industry, things that we all look for and long for, but you find a little piece here and a little piece there, but everything just came together, a total answer to my prayers. So when I hear Nu Xtrax, I think of transforming and gratitude because I'm so grateful that all the pieces came together from the people to the pay plan to the amazing product. And I'm very much product driven. And so that's why, Care, that I got on the phone and started texting people like Miss Ash Arditi here from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because I knew that Ash and her son were looking for some solutions that this might address. You never know what the body's going to do and how it's going to celebrate when you open up the microcirculation and you get nutrition in. So I messaged Ash a few times, but Ash responded cordially. But Ash, it took you a while before you really paid attention. But I'm so glad that you did because wow, we are together and all the ladies on this call and all the ladies out there listening tonight, all in Nu Xtrax. We're one big family. We just represent all of you because I think we're all ladies with big mouths, right, Ash? So I'd like to I'd like to
And big hearts and big hearts.
big hearts. Yeah. The heart is this company is so much heart. And we wouldn't be here if we weren't actually driven by the powerful product that we have. And everything else is just a bonus. And so, Ash, I want to introduce you because when I shared with you, you just actually became just on fire with Ash. I spent a lot of her lifetime being someone I say that she's on a rescue mission. She says she's on a rescue mission. And every step up until the day I met her, there were stories I didn't even know of where she was helping people. And so it was not by accident, it was by God's design, Ash, that you are here. So I'd like to turn the mic over to you.
Thank you, Sheila, so much. My name is Ash Arditi. I'm from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And I, like Sheila, did not expect that God would throw me into something completely fantastic that I had no idea I was going to be thrown into. I entered this amazing company in a state of being sick. I wasn't well. And so basically, Sheila and I have been friends for years, and I was very ill when she called me and she wanted to share with me the I-Hercules. And at first, I just didn't really understand it. And I think that is what a lot of us go through, that when people don't get involved, it's probably because they don't understand, because this is really big. And when I've noticed that when people really understand it and you get it, there's just, I mean, that's it. That's it. Like if everyone really knew what we know, come on, guys, like they're in. So anyway, I'm 16 weeks into the program, into the protocol, and I'm completely asymptomatic. I have completely recovered from a condition that I was told I would never, ever recover from. I traveled across the United States looking for answers from the best doctors in the world, and I was told I could not probably ever recover. I can tell you now that the only thing I ever did differently was take the I-Hercules spray, and I feel so good. I'm 55 years old. My husband and I were walking around the store tonight, and I just looked at him and I said, I feel joy. I feel happy. I am so amazed that a year ago I was just unable to have this life. And I'm just so grateful to Miss Sheila, and I'm grateful to the women on this call. And I'd like to introduce them. Kara, would you like for me to introduce them one at a time, or just kind of go through
Let's
all of
do
them?
one at a time and hear their stories, and then we'll come back and ask you all some questions.
Okay, sounds good. My first, one of the first affiliates I ever signed up when I decided to take on this business and share with everyone I know about this incredible technology is Theresa. She is an influencer. She is amazing. She's a patriot. She's a Christian. She's a leader, and she's a friend. So Theresa has reached gold status, and she's had no signs of slowing down. So I welcome Theresa.
Hey guys, and no, Ash didn't even have to share it with me. She just talked about it in a video, and I just happened to share it. I wasn't even planning on trying these products. I certainly wasn't planning on doing a business, but I knew the first time I took it, within the first day, that this was something my body had been missing. I swear the second dose, it was like my body just did a sigh of relief, like, thank you. And from then on, it was just, it's made so many changes in my life and the people around me and even my dog, that, yeah, I have to tell people about it. And I know that people are probably sick of hearing me, but they're just going to get sicker because I am not going to be quiet about it.
But they'll get better if they listen.
Oh, I know. I know. And Ash is right. People don't understand it. We've been lied to for so long, and everyone, like, when they're like, there's so many things that people told me it helped, that's going to help, and it doesn't do anything. And I'm like, I get it. I tried it all too. And I'm just saying that it's just made a huge difference in my life, and the testimonies I get daily just confirm it. It's just affirmations of everything. So when people get it, they're really going to get it. But I listened to Jim Barnett last night, and there are some people that take this product and they don't get the immediate results like everyone does. But Jim Barnett said, how do you know that your blood is flowing? You don't feel that. You don't know what your blood is doing. And that really hit home with me, because we really don't know what's going on inside of us. And I will give you an example of that. When I started this spray, I started it for my health, which had helped it immediately. And I decided to try my dog on it because he was covered in fatty tumors. He's very old. He's going to be 17 in August. I already had a date scheduled to put him down. And I started with this spray, and 2 weeks later, I actually didn't think he was getting better. I couldn't see any signs that he was getting better. As a matter of fact, I thought he was getting worse. And I even said, "This is it. He's telling me it's time to put him down." It was the only humane thing that I could think of. And that night, I sat on the floor with him, and I was rubbing him and crying and grieving because I knew my time was up with him. And when I started to rub him, I realized that his fatty tumors were disappearing. So even though I couldn't see what was happening with Cody, things were happening with Cody. And I really think the reason that I thought he was getting worse is because I think his body was adapting to all the changes that was taking place. But that was 5 months ago. I had a date scheduled to put him down before I put him on this spray. And then I had decided 2 weeks after it, I was going to put him down again. And now it's 5 months later, and he's going to be 17 in August. So I'm just saying that even if you don't feel it, I'm just telling you that it's doing something inside of you you don't even know until it's done.
Absolutely. It starts working day one.
Yes.
Opening up the circulation and the microcirculation, cleaning the blood, boosting the immune system, supporting our own stem cell production. There's nothing that does what this does. Absolutely nothing.
Okay. Anyway, with that, I'll just tell you, Ash, I know you have a lot of women on this, so please feel free to introduce them.
Thank
Oh.
you so much, Theresa. I'm so Cody's story. If y'all go to Teresa's social media page, she has videos of the dog walking around, and I can't believe it. It's like he's reverse aging, so it's unreal. So I'd like to introduce you to our next guest is Glenda Rogers. Glenda is a wonderful friend that I've known for quite a while, and she has quite a testimony. Glenda has been through a lot, and she has jumped into this business because of her success with the products, and she has risen very quickly to national title, and she's not slowing down. So with that, Glenda Rogers, welcome to the program.
Hello, hello.
Glenda,
Yeah,
can you tell us your story? Just tell us a little bit about why you got involved.
okay. For 35 years, I've had chronic illness. They've diagnosed fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, mold toxicity, heavy metals. I did 20 chelation treatments. I have every kind of supplement and a whole room of therapeutics that has never helped me. In 35 years, I've tried them all. And I've always been trying to help other people along with myself. As a nurse, I like to help people. And so I've tried everything. And once I heard about this spray, I said, okay, I'll try it. I'm not going to give up. And I had a history. I had COVID, hospitalized with COVID 3 years ago in 21, and then got long COVID and had been under treatment for long COVID with a doctor in Myrtle Beach. I'd been in also mold toxicity and a doctor there in Michigan for mold toxicity, both by blood levels. They were very high. So I had long COVID for 3 years, and I got COVID again in February. I had blood work done. My spike protein antibody level was 3,800, which was very high. And I didn't want to get off the couch. I was no energy, brain fatigue, pain. I had post-exertional fatigue with chest pain and shortness of breath. I felt that I had probably blood clots with all the spike protein I had. And I really just had no energy to even sit. I would lay down on the couch. I didn't have the energy. I didn't want to sit anymore. I just wanted to lay down. So I heard about this product from our good friend Pam, my good friend Pamela and Ash. I talked with her too. And I said, okay, I'll try it. It sounds like a very good product. I tried it, and within 2 days, I started getting energy and more energy. And I was sleeping good. And because it took away my pain. I had a lot of pain, and took away the pain, slept good, woke up refreshed. The brain fog was terrible. I had to ask my husband, I said, you're going to have to help me with taxes because I can't think. I can't read a book and be able to focus or concentrate on anything. And it just totally changed my life. I was out camping last week and went 3-4 miles in the woods, and no problems, no pain, no post-exertional fatigue. I ride my bike most every day, and I walk, and I just do all the things. That I have a pool, even in Michigan. Even in the winter, I have a spa pool. I got one of my tools to get better, which I couldn't use it much this winter because I didn't feel well enough to get into the pool. And so now I'm able to use it, and I'm gardening, I'm camping, I'm taking care of my 92-year-old mother. She is in assisted living, but she is being sprayed, and she is mentally talking more. She's playing games more, like bingo and cards and stuff with better mentation. She had what I believe was probably staph. She had open sores on her face, on her legs, on her arms. That's all gone. She had 11 urine infections in 2 years. Ever since we started the spray, she has no more urine infections. Yay! And she's just really just doing much, much better. My dog had 5 cysts on her back. I spray both my dogs every morning and no more cysts. So I just love this product. along with the I Revive, I love that. Oh, I had tried a magnesium spray as a deodorant under my arm and excoriated my skin under my arm. It was very red, very painful. And I had tried different things on it. Then finally it dawned on me, well, try I Revive. I put that on and the pain immediately left. Immediately. It's just wonderful, wonderful product. I can see where it would help 4th-degree burns because I was pretty much close to that with my underarm. So it's all good.
Glenda, I'd like to say too, I remember when you were going through your long haul and you've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and you've
Yes.
been to all the doctors. We've all been through the system.
Yeah.
And not only that, but I remember the night we signed you up on a 3-way call and you didn't, I remember you said, my brain, I can't do this. Like we were trying to sign you up and it was to see you now. I'm just, I'm amazed. I'm so happy.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to another superstar that has come into my team, and I just have watched her just do her thing. She is in her element. Betsy Gahn. Betsy, welcome to the program. Betsy's a national, and again, no signs of stopping.
No, definitely not. So my name is Betsy, and I am from Northern Michigan. And I have been in the health and wellness industry for quite a while. This is my dream product, and it was just a random find. A friend kind of mentioned it that another friend was doing it. I'm like, well, what is that? And when I found out it was blood cleansing, I couldn't look away. So a little bit of my history, like I definitely have some great testimonies on the product, but my history was I was blind, my lungs were shutting down, my kidney, my liver, and we finally just fired our doctors and holistically did it ourselves. But it was the hardest thing I ever did, but it was the coolest thing. But it was literally a 12-hour shift every single day for 2 years, no breaks, no varying anything. But it was cleaning the blood and cleaning the liver through, juices, coffee enema, supplements. I mean, it was a whole big program. It was the Gerson therapy, if anybody's ever heard of it. And as much as everybody wanted to do what I was doing, nobody would do it. It's a huge commitment. And I've spent the last, 11 years trying to help people nutritionally and just, get over the humps of things like we can do this naturally. We can. And this is just like the easy button for everybody. In my opinion, from what I've gone through, I'm like, okay, so, and people are just desperate to feel better and heal without all the extra detriments of, the medical industry and stuff. But so I jumped in and I signed up and the next day we hit the road to Florida and my thumbs were just, going texting people and I didn't even know how to log into the back office. Keith was kind of like checking that part for me. But I have had my eyes, I still have some scar tissue and stuff. So I wanted the cream like right away. When we got to Florida, we had it shipped there and it got there the day after we arrived. And I immediately put the cream under my eyes and on my eyelids. And I walked outside with no expectations. It was the first time I put it on. But I had colors hit me in the face like I haven't seen in years. I mean, I'm like, wow, like that was such a big testament to me. Like I said, my brain wasn't even expecting anything. It just happened. And it was a long vacation and that spray, my energy was crazy. I mean, I was just I just felt great right away when I started. But I've also had my skin, my husband's almost 65. I just turned 51. But my husband's almost 65 and his skin changed drastically. He hasn't even touched the cream. It's just from the spray. I've got spots that I've had for years in the back of my legs, like, kind of the elevated moles that are pretty much gone. Neuropathy, nighttime neuropathy in my hands, that's gone. And I've had it for a long time and it was really intense too. In my hands. So just so many things. And like Theresa said, the validation of the testimonies that your customers come back it's so validating. I mean, I feel so at home and so at peace here. And I'm very product driven. Like, I'm just like, tell me what to do. I'll bring the people. the business, you know, God has never not provided for me in that way when I offer something true from my heart to help people. And it just comes together, and I couldn't be happier here.
Awesome. Well, you know, it doesn't sound like anybody started this because of the business. I sure didn't either.
No.
I've been in
No.
natural healing and energy medicine more than 50 years. And when I heard about this almost, well, close to 6 years ago, it's been in the United States now, almost that long, came from Europe, and it was there for 20 years. But I don't know about you, but they were charging $150,000 for a 4-month blood upgrade. That was like beyond what I would have done. But because of Jim Barnett, he brought it to the United States, and we've got it so that everybody can use it, and everybody needs it. We live in toxic soup. We're getting those toxins from our air, food, and water into every cell of our body, into our blood. And there's nothing out there. When I heard the head of the science team say, I don't care what's going on in your body, if your blood is dirty and your circulation is blocked up, you can't get well. And I thought, yeah, but everything we've learned in all of these years from medicine, it's take this for that condition, take that for this condition. And I was in natural healing. It was the same thing. Take this for that, take that for this. This hits at the root cause of every single condition: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. So let me ask you all a question. What do you tell people? What do you say to people to get their attention? Let's start with that. What are you telling people?
I share your video. I've done the same. I keep it simple. I do most of mine on social media, just make a post and I answer friends and I reach out to some people, but I have your little 12-minute video and just say, this is the coolest product I've ever come across in my life. And that's really all it's taken for me. It's a really good little video.
That's easy.
Yeah, it is. Yep. I don't overcomplicate it.
Actually, Care, for me, it just depends on the person that reaches out to me. Most of the people that have signed up with me have followed me on social media for years, and they know I don't sell things, so that's what they like. They're like, I know if you're selling it, there's something to it, so they start asking about it, and then we just get into the whole gambit. But very seldom do I have strangers, and I do have strangers that find me and just sign up. But most of the people I've signed up have followed me for years, so they trust me. And so that's very important to me. And I work very diligently with them, even if they're experiencing, detox or whatever they're going through. We all form relationships with our affiliates and our customers, and I love it. I love that part.
That's very similar to me because I've had, followers for years and years who trust me.
Yes.
And I don't tell them about every single thing that's out there. It's like, this is the second product I've told people about in 15 years. So they know I'm not going to just give them something because I want to make money. That's the farthest thing from my mind.
I'm with you, Care. This is the second product I've ever talked about, but it's the only nutritional. There's nothing even remotely like this. So this is so unique, and I feel that no one's heard of it. Like, I mean, if you walk out on the street and you talk to people, they're like, "What are you talking about?" Like, we don't often talk about the opportunity. I'm with the rest of these ladies. We're very product driven because we've all experienced miracles, right, from the product. But when you look at the business, it is profound. And when I met the owners, and I met Lowell Mims, I have not had the pleasure of meeting the others in person yet, but I am just floored at the heart and the integrity of the leadership. And I say that, and it may sound cliche, but it's so true. Like, truly, this company loves humanity. They love people. This is a people-driven product. It's a people-driven leadership. And that is something I wanted to be a part of. I've spent many years building up a social media account, sharing the gospel. That's been my personal thing. And I get to do both with this product because this is from God's garden. So I get to talk about God and I get to talk about his creation with this technology. And it's like if I could have custom made what I wanted to do, I'm doing it. So, and what I said the other day when I was talking to Lil Mims, or one of the meetings, I basically just said, humanity's lost our connection, right, with people. We're screen scrolling, we're doing this and that. And this business, for me personally, these ladies on this calls, they're my friends, and these are people I care about. And I care about their life, and I mean that. And like, it has reconnected me with relationships that I've missed for being sick and being alone and being on my phone and on my tablet and all these. I really missed that. And so I would say to the people watching this, this is a lot more than a spray. It's a lot more than our health. I would say this is connections with other human beings that care about each other. We want to see each other get well, and we want to share with others. And this is like a family. So thank
It
you.
absolutely is. It's become a community where we support each other, we pray for each other, we cheer each other on. I mean, it is a community beyond anything I've ever been involved with. And there are 4 owners of this company, and I'm 100% product driven. I've been in network marketing for 45 years, and I've never seen any company like this because of these 4 owners. They're wealthy businessmen. They did not start this company to make more money for themselves, like every other company I've ever seen. They started it with a mission to change health statistics because they all lost loved ones to medicine, big pharma, procedures that don't work. And they just want everybody to know about this. And they give back up to 71% of their profits to the affiliates. And even though we all got in and didn't even know that probably, everybody, I mean, there's people that go, oh, geez, I don't know if I can afford that. Well, yeah, but if you share it with a couple of your friends, it'll pay for your product, and it's like, oh, well. And when you really are educated about this, it takes a while. This is a paradigm shift. This is not like drugs. This is not like supplements, which I don't even take anymore. This is food from God's garden. The Bible says the medicine are the herbs of the field. That's what this is. And that's what this is too. These are 44 of the most powerful, the top molecules from 44 of the most powerful plants on the planet. And in the iRevive cream, there's 8 plants, the top molecules of those 8 plants. They do totally different things, but they work hand in hand to speed up the process if you use both of them. This is just the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's all I'm focused on now because everybody needs it, from newborn babies to people over 100 and every one of our pets. Theresa, is your dog on it?
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, he's on it every day. He's on it, and I just wish I would have had it years ago. I could have saved a lot of my animals, and I really truly believe that. So if I could, I would give it to all the forest animals. I would give it to anyone's animal. I mean, I walk through places, Care, and I see people and I'm like, oh, I just want to spray them.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
I see inflammation. I see so many things that were going on with me, and I'm like, I can help you.
Mhm. Yeah, there's never been anything like this that really can help everything. but it hits at the root cause of every condition. And the head of the science team, Mr. C, who's from Romania, says, all you need is having open pipes every day. Open pipes mean open circulation and microcirculation, so that then nutrients and oxygen gets in, and toxins and plastic particles and inflammation get out. There's nothing like this. Everybody needs it. So how are you sharing this with other people? I know that Theresa, you've got a big online following. How are the rest of you doing this?
I'm contacting a lot of my previous coworkers that were nurses. I was a nurse for 45 years, and I'm talking to them, talking to friends, talking to family. I just like talking about health issues. So it's not hard to find somebody that has got a chronic illness or is suffering from long COVID. I belong to a sauna group, and I've talked to people there in the sauna group. In fact, I've got a lady in Thailand who was in the sauna group that I had talked to through the sauna group. And I got a lady in Texas that was in another group that she was in. So, and I think she's on this call. So this is great. So anyway, I do a lot of one-on-one just because that's what I have. I contact people in my phone, and my contact list in my phone, and a lot of friends and family, and I did do a reel. It took me a little bit to get up the nerve, but I'm starting to do a reel now, or I did a reel, and I'm going to continue to do reels because I think that those are very effective also.
Super.
Mm-hmm.
How about the rest of you? How are you sharing this? How are you finding people? Who are you telling about it?
Well, I'm kind of like Theresa. I've had a social media presence for a long time and just have built that up. But it's been based around animals and food and nutrition and healing naturally. So it's just really come together. And I've been using it. I have 8 animals, but I have 2 older cats and 2 dogs. One with skin issues that we just adopted in November. He's been on Apoquil for, I think, 5 years now, and he has been about 6 weeks now. He has not had to have any. He takes 3 sprays a day. He's doing really good. So I just talk and share my life online. And I tell you, though, kind of what Ash said, it's different here, and it's not like I spend a lot of time with my customers and answering questions stuff, but I have not been on the phone like this in a very, very long time. And it is so refreshing reconnecting with people outside of the phone. So I have been doing a lot of phone calls, which has been really nice.
So I heard you say you're giving it to cats and dogs, and somebody on the chat was going, can it be used on cats? How are you giving it to your cats and dogs?
My animals were not going for the spray in the mouth. So I just take a couple treats and I spray like 1.5 for the cats, and the dogs, I have freeze-dried beef liver. And I just put 3 sprays on that and give it to them.
Yeah, I just spray my dog's food, but this is for every animal. If you listen to, on this program, about every 6 weeks, I do a program just for animals with Cher Cormier, who's a animal communicator. And I mean, this is for everything, not just cats and dogs, horses, fish, cobra. Well, yeah, what are the now? It's not cobra. What's the other one? All these snakes that are now mated because what?
Reptiles, like reptiles.
Yeah. Not cobras, but she had a couple of really big ones that they wouldn't mate, and so she just put the stress and anxiety sticker on the big glass enclosure that they were in, and within 2 weeks they made it. And the last time we did a program, she showed us all their babies. It's like, and fish puts the stickers, the frequency patches on the fish tank. I mean, There's nothing. And you know what we do with the patches? When we're done, you know, we wear them for 3 days at a time and then they're done. Put them in your plants.
Mhm.
Because there's still frequencies in there. Your plants love them.
That's a great idea. Great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really, truly for everybody. And it is truly, truly for everything, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. I mean, it's all high frequency. It raises your frequency, raises your consciousness. There is nothing like this.
For animals that have maybe lumps, like the girls said, would you recommend taping one of the like the patches to the collar for that?
Yeah, yeah.
The
Put it
the,
on.
I- the viral, right? Going viral patch.
That would be a good one. Yeah, tape it on the left-hand side of the collar, wrap a little piece of tape around it, because the first time I stuck one on my Chloe's collar, she scratched it off. You know, and then I didn't know where it went. But if you put tape on it, then they can't get it off. But my dog, I mean, is just so, she hates storms and fireworks and just, you know, shakes like crazy. And we had 2 hurricanes go through here several months ago, and she's 80 pounds sitting on my lap, just shaking like a leaf. And I put a stress and anxiety patch on her collar, and within 10 minutes, she yawned and laid down and slept through the rest of the storm. So now, you know, on New Year's Eve and 4th of July, I do that before it even starts.
Okay.
Yeah, for everybody. So, what would you say to people that are on here that maybe haven't tried this yet?
Try it. That's
Just
all you
do
can
it.
do. Try it. It doesn't matter. Everyone's worried, well, I take blood thinners, I take this, and I just want anyone that's on this call to know that there's a guy that uses these products. He's had 2 heart surgeries. I think he has, I don't know, 12 to 15 stents. He's on all kinds of medication. He's a vet, and he uses these products and has had 0 interactions. He's doing great on it. As a matter of fact, he got bit by a brown recluse spider and sprayed the wound with 4 sprays, and it was gone by that night.
Wow.
And this thing is a miracle. Not kidding.
It is. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
I would say get in the testimony page and look around. You know, if you have questions about specific things, get with who you invited on here. But we have a lot of great testimonies in our testimony groups.
And I do a Sunday night Zoom where we do an hour and a half of testimonies every week. And that just, I mean, you know, you can hear one person and go, yeah, but it works for one person, but not everybody. But you hear 20 to 40 testimonials about everything imaginable. And you go, how do you, I mean, you can't argue with that.
No, and you truly think that you've heard it all until you get on those calls. And it just, I'm amazed every time I listen in on those.
Oh, me too.
Truly something new every time.
Well, you know, I've been doing those for 5 years. Oh, it was a boa constrictor, by the way. I'm reading the notes. Yeah, it was a boa constrictor that they just weren't gonna mate because, and she worked with the female, and the female was just scared. The male was just so big, and she was scared. And so the stress and anxiety just let them be comfortable together. So
Care, could I ask you about babies? We get a lot of, I don't know about the other ladies, but I get a lot of questions from about nursing mothers and babies. Is there a special protocol for infants or small children that you would
let me
recommend?
talk to you about Joshua's children. You know, he's got a 5-year-old son and a 4-year-old son. We started this right when the first baby was born. And so when Grayson's umbilical cord fell off, we started spraying I-Hercules, and we only had the spray at that time at the beginning. We started spraying the belly button after the umbilical cord fell off, because, you know, that goes right into the bloodstream. And then when he started eating some food, because he was getting it through his mom's milk, we started spraying. They had these little puffy things and we'd spray it on that. And then when they were old enough, we started spraying in their mouth, and just, you know, like one spray, morning and evening. But now Allie, Joshua's wife, is pregnant. She's going to have a baby in, well, 17 days, or hopefully less, she's saying. And this is a little girl. She's 44. She is considered a geriatric, this is crazy, a geriatric pregnancy. This has been smooth and easy, and she's doing amazing. But, you know, one of the things they're saying now with all of the plastics that are out, they're finding plastic particles in babies' placentas and in the amniotic fluid. Well, Allie has been using these products for 5 years. She doesn't have junk in her blood. She doesn't have plastic particles. This baby is going to be born like babies were born 100 years ago. Totally clean. I mean, we live in toxic soup, you know, but she's been cleaning and opening and boosting everything for 5 years. So this baby is going to be amazing, because it's not going to be born with plastic particles and toxins and all this stuff in its blood. So this is the best thing you can do. And there's so many young couples that are trying to get pregnant, and they can't because their blood is so dirty and their circulation is so blocked up and male sperm count is so down. I mean, everybody needs this. Everybody needs this. And for babies too, the absolutely best thing that you can do for diaper rash is I-Revive cream. Oh my gosh. You know, anything you put on your skin goes right into your bloodstream. And this is just plants. This is all you want to put on your baby's butt. Or on baby's eczema. So many babies have eczema. And Colton had eczema, and we live right by the beach, and we'd go to the beach, and he'd scream on the way going home because his skin burned from the salt water. And until we started using the I-Hercules on it, or I-Revive on it. So yeah, babies, oh, give it to them. And patches. You know, another thing, when I talk about kids, you know, 100 years ago, 1 in every 10,000 kids had autism. 10 years ago, 1 in 100 had autism. Today, it's 1 in 31. And they're estimating by 2030, less than 5 years from now, it'll be 1 in 5. And that's just from all these toxins and all of these vaccines and things. So, I mean, when I look at this, when I tell people about this product, they say, oh, this gives me hope. Well, you know, Jim Barnett says hope stands for having open pipes every day. And that's absolutely, that's hitting at the root of every one of these issues. Everybody needs this. And just like, I mean, I'm so proud of all of you for how you have gone, whoa, I'm telling everybody I know about this. And that's just so important, because everybody deserves to know that there's a better way. And this is it. This is it. So what are some of your favorite stories? You have any favorite ones?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a good one too. I have a close friend, and he's had 2 strokes and a heart attack. And he was so pale, and his mucous membranes were so pale. I was always so concerned about him. Well, he always had to take 2-hour naps. We went to Kentucky to Noah's Ark, and they had already told us that he'd have to take a 2-hour nap because he is so sleepy all the time. He drove all the way down to 8-hour drive to Noah's Ark. We went 2 days seeing the Creation Museum, the Noah's Ark. He drove all the way back. He played cards at night. He has a totally different personality. He was a colonel in the army. So now he's joking and laughing and no more naps in the afternoon. And he's just totally different from using the spray. And he also had a black mole that was on the back of his leg. That's gone off now. And my friend, she's had a lot of age spots or brown spots, we'll say, that are no longer there. They just peel right off from using the cream. So that was my favorite story.
Awesome. Any others? Betsy, I need to ask you, I've had several people ask, what video are you playing that's a 12-minute video?
Heath gave it to me. It's just you explaining the product. I really don't know how to explain
Oh, okay.
what video it is, but I can send it. I'll put it in the comments on the Facebook group here.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I got a call today from someone whose dad is 80 and he just got his blood work back, and the blood, and I think like someone was saying about, you may not feel, some people don't feel anything, but what the blood is doing is completely different. So it's just a matter of you know, getting blood work done and getting blood work back. His blood was perfect. And she's like, my dad's blood is perfect. And it was all out of whack prior to, but now it's all in the green. And the doctor just wanted to know what have you done? And he just said, well, I'm on this spray. So it's amazing. And my blood pressure, well, I was having issues with blood pressure, and I did seek my primary doctor, and it was 118/78 at the last visit about 2 weeks ago, and she refused to refill my medication. And she said, what are you doing for this? And I said, well, it's a spray. And she goes, let me wait. She said, it's in a black bottle. I said, yeah. And she said, you're the third person this week. And Glenda, you may have been one that told her about it. I don't know, but we're all in this town, but she already knew about it. So she's like, is it that black bottle of spray? I said, yeah, it is.
I love it that we're getting the message out.
Yep.
I have a testimony about that too. I saw a doctor last week and I was talking to his nurse about medications. Well, I don't take medications anymore. I've stopped them all. So she goes, well, do you take vitamins or supplements? And I said, well, I do a vitamin spray. She got up, walked over, got on my face, and she said, tell me more. And I was like, at first I thought I was in trouble. I was like, well, we started talking about it. She goes, I want to know everything. She goes, and by the time I left care, we'd exchanged phone numbers. I added her in our testimony group, and I gave her a bottle of spray, and she hugged me. I mean, even the medical industry knows that we're being felled. So everyone they all know that something's wrong, and they all want answers.
We have so many nurses like Glenda that are coming in because they've seen the negative side effects, and loads of doctors, loads of naturopaths and healers. But let me ask you all, talk to me about the business side of this, because here's Sheila, who's a platinum, Ash, who's, what are you, diamond platinum? Diamond platinum, that's what I am. Glenda, who's Theresa, who's gold, and Glenda, who's a a national and Betsy, who's a national. Did I get that all right? Okay. So you've shared this with lots of people. Talk to me about the business part of this. What's this doing for you? What's the business part doing for you?
Well, the business part is very good. I'm able to help a lot of people now, and I actually help a lot of people with the products. I send these to people that can afford it. And if I'm talking to someone, like the other day, I signed up a woman that is taking chemo, and she was telling me some of the problems that she was having. She just ordered the spray and did the cream on auto ship, and I was like, oh, you need the cream now. So I sent her the cream. And I do want to tell you that she said after her chemo treatment, she gets really bad mouth sores. And I told her that I brushed my teeth with it and it was helping things. So she's been using it in her mouth and it's taking care of the sores. So for me, that's everything that I love. I love that I am making the money to help these people and I can just give back. I love it.
Awesome. By the way, somebody's going, what's the name of the cream? I Revive. I Revive. It comes in 2 sizes plus a sample size. I'd like to fill a bathtub full of it.
Sheila and I talk all the time about how wonderful and the blessings that come with that. Sheila, can you tell them about your blessings?
Thank you so much for that, Ash. Well, you know, this program is like nothing I've ever seen because you can help. I always say your top is at your bottom. And so the person coming in, like Theresa said, is someone that you want to help them get their money back and then be able to pay for their product because you never want them not to experience these products. And so I love this compensation plan that gives back up to almost 71%. I've never really seen anything like it, but it's just a side effect of out there in the nooks and crannies of our life. We're helping people, Ash, and the company is rewarding us for that. But my why, it took me years of peeling back the onion to figure out my why care. And it was really, I used to think it was, I don't want to worry about worrying. And I realized that's not really a good why, to worry about worrying, because I thought that that's what I did. And one day I realized how I felt when I couldn't help somebody as an empath, you know, and like a holistic and energy wellness educator. I just wanted to save the world. But you know, if it's a problem money can fix, it's not a very big problem because our health is so very important. But we are also fixing problems, not making any income claims. We're turning outcomes to incomes all over the US and now in many other countries because of this amazing give back. What do they call it, Care?
Compassion with compensation.
With compensation. And I'm seeing that happen for me and in my family. And my why was this. My why is that, and we'll cry telling you, is that I don't like to say no when somebody else needs my help. And now, if I know someone needs my help, I can pull up to their door and give them either a bottle of spray or extra money to pay for something that their family needs or their kids need. If my kid calls me on the phone and they're 3,000 miles away and they say, Mom, I need help with rent, I can say yes because of Nu Xtrax and this compensation plan. And in Just Care, and when I joined this company, I turned a monthly income into a weekly income because of the generosity of this company. But I was like you, I had no idea for 6 weeks. I had other industry professionals saying, have you seen this comp plan? I'm like, no, haven't seen that yet, but I can get you the PowerPoint, but I haven't seen it yet. I was already earning money. And ladies and gentlemen, I never ever have had to pay for my second order out of my own budget because of this wonderful compensation plan. So not only is it blessing me, but I'm getting to see Glenda and Theresa and Betsy and you, Ash. I'm getting to see all of you be blessed by this too. And I tell you, there's nothing that feels any better than that to me.
I was able to take my
Said
family
big
on an
hearts.
8-day cruise. On an 8-day cruise, I paid for my husband and my son and his friend. And this is not a vacation I would ever have dreamed to take because I was so sick, but I would never spend that kind of, but I'm just, the whole time I was on the vacation, I was sending videos to all the ladies and to my team and going, I can't believe I'm here. Like, I'm just so grateful.
So many people are saying, what is this? because we've got new people on, and this is a masterclass. So it's most of the people that come on this are already using this. This is I-Hercules spray, I-Revive cream, and high frequency patches. And this is all you need. You do not need supplements anymore. This is the next generation. And somebody just asked about hemorrhoids. And not only will the I-Hercules work in the entire body, opening the circulation and cleaning the blood and boosting the immune system and supporting the stem cells, but if you put I-Revive cream in that area, you won't have that problem. This goes everywhere. And, you know, the cream stimulates stem cell production on the skin. Nothing's ever done that before. Nothing. And those are called fibroblasts. And after they work on the skin, they go into wherever you put it. So if you put it on that hemorrhoid, it's going to work on the outside, but then it's going to go into the cause of that. You have a sore knee, put it on your knee. It will target that area. And after it's worked on the skin, it goes in and starts working on the issue, reviving the issue. This is the most important stuff you can put on your body. And again, this is all food from God's garden. So we are, oh my gosh, we are past the top of the hour already. Wow. And now there's tons more. I've been trying to monitor the chat at the same time. Any final words? And we've got new people here. Any final words that you'd like to share?
Get back to the person who invited you if you have any questions and if you want to try the products. And we highly suggest them all.
And you can't put a price on health. That is the biggest thing, because money, when I was sick and on my way out, when I was 39, you know, I sold our truck, shut down my business. I mean, literally sold everything, you know, because it doesn't matter. Nothing matters if you don't have your health. And this definitely can give it back to you.
Jump in and be part of our family. We love each other. We care about each other. We want to hear each other's victories and our customers' victories. We really talk about it all the time. We have a chat thread, and we have folks coming into this company that have come from other companies, and they said, I've never seen a chat thread like this. Like, we're invested. This is a lifestyle. This is a movement. So we welcome you. We welcome you.
So thank you, ladies, for all of this wonderful sharing. And please, if you're new, go back to the person that invited you. They invited you because they care about you, and they're using it. And so they can answer your questions. They can help you get started. And we have programs every single night of the week except Friday. And we're all here and available to talk with you, to help you. I mean, this is definitely a community with heart. And this, you know, when you look at what's happening on the planet with so much division and so much corruption, this is a group with heart that cares for each other and with a product that can help you feel better, look better, live better, have better financial freedom. I mean, there's nothing better than this. So I am so glad you could join us tonight. Thank you, Sheila and Ash and Betsy and Theresa and Glenda, for all of your wonderful sharing tonight.
Thank you,
Blessings,
Karen.
everybody.
Great to do it.
Congratulations, ladies. Love you all.
Love you, ladies.
Love
Love
you.
you all that are here to join us.
Yep. Love you, everybody.
Love you
Bye
guys.
now.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Care.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye now.